it depends on whether it's it's a kid coming off the bench or maybe it's a kid coming from shortstop. But I think pitchers have to be aware that they have to be hot when they get on the mound. And what I mean by that is they have to have a sweat going. They have to have thrown all of their pitches in the bullpen. Our starting pitcher, I have a kid that likes to get there an hour and a half early. He does his dynamic warm-up. He gets the foam roller out. He gets his bands out. He does body blade. He throws the plyo balls against the wall. I mean, it is a full hour-long warm-up on preparing himself to get ready to pitch that day. On the flip side, I have kids that can play the infield, play all day and go down to the pen and throw 10, 15 pitches to get loose. And I think it depends on the age as well. So, a lot of it comes into what situation in the game are you in. I always try to tell our guys, if I'm planning on pitching them the next inning and they're not up, while we're hitting, let's get down to the bullpen and throw some pitches. Let's get loose, even if they're not starting that inning and they're going out to play shortstop or center field. This way, when they do get on the mound, they've already thrown 15, 20 pitches down there. They're getting a feel for their four-seam, their two-seam, their changeup, whatever breaking balls they throw. But they have a sweat going. One thing I love to do with our pitchers is throw to a couple simulated hitters in the pen. So instead of just going down there and firing balls just to say I'm getting loose, actually go down there and say, okay, 0-0 count here. They throw their 15 pitches, but now we're going to throw to 3 batters, 0-0, and they throw a fastball down and away. They throw a two-seamer in. They throw a changeup down. And the catcher's calling balls and strikes, and they treat it like a batter, because I think what you'll see at younger ages, kids will go down there, they'll fire 10 balls, all right, I'm ready, and then they go in and the balls are flying all over the place, and they haven't really located or picked up on the strike zone yet. So I think it's making sure that we're aware of how many pitches they've thrown in pregame, how many balls they've thrown in between games, when was the last time they pitched. And for me, it's all knowing the individual. It's knowing who he is. Can he go down there and throw 12 pitches and lock in and go throw some strikes, or is he a kid like my starting pitcher that needs to get there early and warm up? Because if I looked at that kid and said, all right, man, go get loose, you got the next batter, there's no way that would work for him. Some guys it might, but I think it's the situation, it's understanding who the individual is and making sure that while they're in the bullpen, they're doing it with a purpose, not just to get loose.
And I also think that, to add to that is, as a coach, have your game plan. Who's going to start? Who's next in line? Who's third in line? Who's fourth in line? So that if Johnny's going to pitch second, well, maybe in the third inning, he sits that inning and he gets warm, he gets ready, he gets loose, so he's ready to go and not, oh no, you're just winging it. Uh-oh, he's starting to get in trouble. Okay, now let's take Johnny out of shortstop and let's pitch him. It's like, that's usually not a win-win situation. So as much as you can do planning-wise of figuring, okay, this guy's going to pitch second, so let's make sure maybe he's sitting inning 3 and 4 so that he can go in there in 5 or at any time he's ready to go, I think is super important, and not just, oh no, when I get in a jam, maybe I'll pitch him, maybe I'll pitch him. It's, I know sometimes it just happens that way sometimes, but you really want to try to prevent that. That way the guy can mentally get ready, physically get ready, and now when he enters the game, you're getting a guy that's ready to pitch and not just got his 5 or 6 warm-up pitches from shortstop, and now he's got to pitch for you.